Hello. This is just a video of me talking on camera for 10 minutes. I have heard some good ideas on YouTube about talking on camera and how to do it, and basically making sure that you do 10 minutes every day for a month. I honestly don't even know what to talk about. Let me see. I have an idea. All my video games. Why not? Assassin's Creed Syndicate was one game that I was really excited for when I saw that it came out. Actually, I don't think I started playing it yet. I got a bunch of Assassin's Creed games from GameStop one day because they were on sale, and I started playing Assassin's Creed Unity, and I think I only got through the first level before I stopped playing it. Didn't really hook me, I guess, in the first couple bits, so I just never played it through. Uncharted 4 is a game I got with my PlayStation from the guy that I bought it from. Still haven't played that. Heard it's a great game though. I wouldn't be opposed to playing it. Grand Theft Auto 5. Great multiplayer game. I love to play that one with friends. I'll probably do that after I finish messing around with this. If you haven't sensed it yet, I'm kind of trying to introduce the games in order of kind of least favorite to favorite. Not necessarily. I wouldn't say I have a favorite game, but so far there's 4 games in front of me that are amazing. So I'm going to try to put them in order as best I can, but they're all so good. The Last Guardian. That one's amazing. Just the graphics and everything in the game are just to die for. I really gotta finish that one. I like to play games so that my girlfriend can watch, and she didn't really enjoy watching that one, so I stopped playing it. These last 3, I don't think I could rank. Horizon Zero Dawn. That game was amazing. It looked beautiful. It was fun to play. It was like those open world games that I was first introduced to while playing video games, where I wanted to explore it, and there was just so much to discover, like all the different creatures and stuff, all the different areas. All the fights were fun too. The combat in the game is really fun, and the whole idea that you can override some creatures is amazing. Detroit Become Human. That one is so good. So much care and thought went into this game, from the story to the graphics to just everything about it is amazing. And the fact that if you have a character and you make some bad decisions and the character dies, they're gone. Whole story, they're gone. I think there's like 40 some different endings, which is amazing. I've only played it through once. It's hard to play games I love games where there's different endings and different paths and stuff, and you'd think they have a really high replay value, which they do, but like it's kind of almost special to get that one ending, and to play it through and get another one just kind of feels wrong. The Last of Us. The Last of Us was such an amazing game. This game was like, I wouldn't say a pioneer of good graphics, but it was one of, by the time it came out, it looked amazing compared to everything else. And again, the story is really what gets this game such a high spot on my list, because I don't know, just the chemistry between the 2 main characters and the hardships they go through, and the playing is different as each of them puts you in their shoes and kind of how they take care of each other, and then the ultimate decision at the end, which I won't spoil, makes that scene much more impactful, in my opinion. Nah, fuck it, I'll spoil it. So at the end, you're trying to get Ellie to this research facility because she's immune to this zombie virus. And the way that they have to construct a antivirus, vaccine or whatever, is to kill her, basically. You're faced with this choice between letting her die and saving possibly all of humanity, or saving her so she can live out the rest of her life. And I know for a fact that I saved her, because it's like you get these questions and they're so abstract to you of would you kill someone you love for the greater good of the world. And a lot of people would like to say that they would pick the right choice, but I don't know if there is a right choice. I don't know, it's a great game. It does a really good job of putting you in that, like putting your money where your mouth is, putting you right in that scenario, having built these relationships along the way. Oh my God, is this the first one? The first Kingsman. That is such an amazing movie. I've never enjoyed spy movies before, but when I saw this one, and the over-the-topness of it is supposed to kind of reflect the Bond films, I guess, which I honestly haven't watched, and I'm sorry. But just the fight scene in this movie is so amazing. It's iconic, historical. Clockwork Orange. It was a novel, and I actually have it to make myself look smart. I haven't read it yet because I'm working on this book right now, but we'll get to that later. This movie, just from the opening scenes, is just disgusting. I don't know, it really puts you where the character's mind is in this disgusting acts that he carries out. But at the end of the movie, after being repulsed thoroughly throughout the whole thing, you end up thinking, hey, this is a pretty good movie, actually. 10 minutes is up. Oh well. If someone were to walk in on me watching this movie, I would be embarrassed to begin with. But after watching it, I didn't regret it. I mean, it's really good. You know, I can't go into all the pretentious details of it without sounding pretentious, but it's a good movie. It's got some stuff to say. Otherwise, another one of the most amazing movies ever made of all time is Pan's Labyrinth. Guillermo del Toro did such an amazing job. Like this dark fantasy of this little girl in a war-torn, where is this set in? Spain? I don't remember. It's been a little while. Oh well. War-torn area in which she lives. She finds this labyrinth and this fawn, and it's always ambiguous as to everyone's motivations, whether they're good or evil, but you see that even her fantasy is pretty dark, which actually the movie kind of leaves it up to you whether or not this fantasy is real or not, or whether it's just the inner workings of the little girl's mind trying to make sense of all the violence and disgusting human acts that she's seen. Really good. I highly recommend it. It's all in Spanish, but it didn't make the experience any less enjoyable reading the subtitles all the way through. I started reading Dune because Felix Shelberg on YouTube, he referenced it in a book review. Good job to him, because I don't read since I've gotten out of high school. I've tried, like, look how far I got into it. This is like a book in itself. Yay me. Reading is difficult for me. I can read just fine. English and everything was my top class. It's just reading takes so long for me. I can't read something without missing the lines and rereading it and going back and forth. And Dune, it paints a good world, but in like the first book of this book, it can be summed up in so few words, what I've read so far. Maybe it's my fault, there were scenes full of character development and things like that in there, but for the most part, it just seemed like royalty on another planet is moving to another planet where there's political unrest. Obviously, this political unrest is a danger to them and becomes a very real danger to them, and people die. That's pretty much it. There's also some big worms in there, but not as many as you'd hope. I haven't read the whole thing, can't give my opinion on it yet. I just find it extremely difficult to get into, but I think that's just me not being able to read. I mean, like I said, I can read just fine. It's just I can't get into what I'm reading. I can't focus. Audiobooks really help me. I listened to the first part of Dune on YouTube. Somebody leaked the audio version on there, and I got about halfway through, and it was removed. So now I'm kind of halfway through the book. I tried reading it on my own. I can't. Well, that's a little over 10 minutes of just random ramblings, and I hope to continue doing this daily, so I will hopefully see you tomorrow and we can talk about something else totally pointless and random. Okay, bye.